Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom to start your day off well and give you something to think about and talk about throughout the day. And I'm a little concerned because we have a pocket deck today and that print is so tiny. It's reminding me, time for an eye appointment. So we'll see how well this goes. We'll give it a minute for people to pop in. Hope everybody's off to a good start today. We got more snow. We weren't supposed to have snow. There was none in the 10-day forecast, and we got a little more. Not much. Negligible, but enough to be slippery. So hope everybody has their snow cleaned up. I know some of you were getting rain. That's probably a little more useful than snow. Oh, I hear people shoveling and I hear a snowblower. Yes, so let us start with some breath and some tapping. And I think today we'll do an entire round just to kind of clear the slate, prep us. Good morning, Joe Neal. Welcome. You're the first one here today. And we're going to do a round of tapping. No particular words. If something pops into my head, I'll put it out there. But just kind of clearing the slate, grounding, laying the open space for this particular card, which is a good card. Good morning, Abigail. Glad you are here. Welcome. So let us start with the side of the hand. And this is just kind of a reset point. If you're struggling with an emotion and you've done a bunch of your tools and it's not budging, tap this spot. It's kind of a reset. Inside corner of the eyebrows. And again, we're not really putting words to things. If you have words, put them in there. That's fine. Outside corner of the eyes. And as I said, if something pops into my head, I'll put it out there. Under the eyes. Grounding and openness. Under the nose. Receptivity to this message. One of the words that jumps out at me from this message is maturity. Maturity. Collarbone. Our world could use a little maturity right now. At least some maturity in positions of authority. That would be good. Under the arms. Good morning, good morning. And around the crown of the head. And then a nice deep breath. Let it go. And just feel yourself sinking into groundedness. Connected solidly to Mother Earth. Connected to the divine, all that is, more than we can ever perceive. Feeling the connections to everything that's out there. Good morning, Gwen. Glad you're here. Welcome. So we just did a round of tapping to ground ourselves and open to this message. The card deck is the Light Seers deck by Chris Ann. I'm going to move it closer so you can see the eyeballs peeking through the eyelids. That always weirds me out. So today is haircut day, and it's a good thing because I'm doing my best rendition of a woolly mammoth. Ain't it great? Yeah. So our card for today is the King of Cups. The King of Cups. And you'll notice he has a singing bowl in front of him. So let's see what it has to tell us. And I'm going to need two hands to read this because it is so teeny. I got to have the book wide open to get as much light on it as possible. Nice deep breath. Let it go. King of Cups. The Light Seer version, when the card comes out in the upright position. Good morning, Nancy. Glad you're here. Which is what it did today, is what we get first. Love, emotional intelligence, patience. Experience, stability and balance, creativity, diplomacy. What a lovely word, diplomacy. Someone supportive, being nurturing, a wise leader. Good morning, Beth. Welcome. Glad you are here. Now here's the Shadow Seer side. As if the card came out upside down, which it didn't. It was right side up. But sometimes reading this part of the message is useful as well. Shadow Seer. A drama king, withdrawn, not in touch with emotions, being triggered, Temperamental. An opportunity to work with the subconscious mind and dive into self-care. So here's the narrative part of this. And I'm going to show you this again because it's talking about this. He softens his gaze and reaches for his singing bowl. Nope, the other way. There we go. There we go. When something unexpected comes into the King of Cups awareness, something that may shake another person's composure and send them into a state of stress or anger, he regulates his emotional state with his mature, practical, meditative energy. Good morning, Angie. We haven't seen you in a while. Welcome, welcome. Cute little snowflake. Thank you. But I want to read that again, and I want you to just notice. Just notice. Let me find the beginning of it here. Good grief, this is tiny print. He regulates his emotional state with his mature, practical, meditative energy, finding the sweet spot between his empathic heart and intelligent mind is the key to this successful leadership style. Allow your emotional intelligence to guide you as you seek to marry logic, kindness, and love. If you are in a situation that asks you to navigate tumultuous energies, find your grounded serenity by calmly choosing care and diplomacy over force. Choose care and diplomacy over force. Good morning, Mel. Good morning to anybody I missed in the interim. Choose care and diplomacy over force. In shadow, this king can suggest that you may be feeling withdrawn, moody, or temperamental, or you may be losing touch with how others are feeling at this time. Stay clear of situations that feel emotionally manipulative. Instead, seek to understand others through empathy, tolerance, and compassion, and emotional fulfillment will be yours. The affirmation for this particular card is, my heart holds deep wisdom and love, and I use it to connect and lead. My heart holds deep wisdom and love. Thank you, Gwen. I appreciate that. And I use it to connect and lead. So think about that. When we lead from a place of love, who have been some of our best leaders over many, many years in many different circumstances? Those who lead with love and humbleness and discernment and curiosity. There's a line from Gandhi. There go my people. I am their leader. In other words, he's not out in front, fanfare, all the things. He's allowing people, he's supporting them to do what they're fully capable of doing. So, much wisdom in that particular card. Much wisdom in that particular card. And it allows us an opportunity for discernment. How are we each individually, since we're what we have to manage, right? Oh, good morning, Barb. You must have been one of the ones that slipped past because Abigail's saying hi to you. So you must be here. How are we doing in this era where we're seeing demonstrated some not healthy, not diplomatic, not kind, not leaderly stuff? How do we not slide down that slippery slope as well? How do we stay in a place of integrity and diplomacy? And I was on a meeting last night where there were some things that needed to be said, and several people took turns. It didn't all have to be on me. Several people took turns to speak their truth about some of the things that needed to be addressed. And I could feel the cohesion becoming more tangible in that group. I could feel us coming together as a group that will become a powerful group for good, moving things in a direction that is, the opportunities here for things to devolve into blaming and us versus them and power moves and forceful stuff is all there. But people are making the wise choice not to go there, not to go there. So, I'd like you to look today at your life, the opportunities in your life. What opportunities are there right now for you to practice diplomacy, practice your curious observer, practice kindness? We all have these opportunities every single day. Let's see what we do with them. Have an awesome day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.